At some point in everybody's military career, you are almost at like your wits end, right? And you are debating on the topic of transitioning out. So on this installment of Vet Help, I'm going to go through transitioning out of the military. So some careful considerations that you may be thinking and really want to go and um, get out in its entirety before you start transitioning out of the military. So what does it mean, right? You want to leave military service, completely get that, right? You don't want to get yelled at anymore, okay? Especially if you're in the Marines or the Army, they tend to do that a little more excessively, right? Than if you're the Air Force, for instance. You want to be free of taking orders, right? So you don't want to take orders from anybody except for yourself. Got it. So you want to be your own person, make your own decisions. Okay, totally fine. And you don't want to get up and do PT in the morning because you just don't like it. Totally understand. So these are some other things that like, hey, you're at your wits end and you really want to go think about, hey, I need to go get out of this and start my own life. Some other considerations that other people really don't take into account for, right, is what also does transitioning out mean, right? You lose your rest of your family and friends, right? The rest of those people that are a little tight knit group that you've learned to love and hate, over the years. But you know what? You guys are a family, and you're not going to end up having that little tight knit group anymore leaving out of the service, right? You lose a free fitness program, all right? People pay money to go and work out at these gyms and places to tell people how to go and work them out. Okay, so you're going to lose that. You're going to lose a roof over your head. Okay, free barracks. Okay, your roommate may not be like the best, but hey, it's there for you. Lose free food. Hey, there's a defect, there's a dining facility, there's something else there for you that you're going to get a constant meal from every single day, 2 or 3 times a day on par. You lose having a steady paycheck. You know you're getting paid on the 1st and 15th of every month. All right. You are there. So everybody else for any bank or any other kind of institution that you know of is going to go and give you the money. USAA, they usually pay you a day early. Awesome, right? And you lose structure in your life. Some people really need that structure. Others, probably not. But for ones that really don't end up having it all together, that structure is there for you to always have some mentor there trying to go and help you. So those are also what you're going to lose from transitioning out the military. All right. So let's say you still really want to get out of the military. Cool, totally understandable. Do you have a plan? All right. Do you have a plan for your future? Immediate future, long future? What are you going to do for yourself for a living? All right. Do you know where you're going to live? Do you have a job lined up? Are you going to be going to school? Where are you going to be attending school at? What's the program you're going to have, right? When does the semester start? So if your enlistment or contract ends in the middle of the semester, what are you going to be doing for another couple semesters? Could you possibly extend your contract? Could you get out earlier? These are all things that you want to go and take into consideration before you pretty much bite the bullet and just decide to go and leave. All right, project your future, right? So plan out your future in little small increments, like I mentioned on the slide, right? 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. What are these little small things going to look like, getting out? Oh, and plan for your future in large increments. So, like me, I ended up going to school for a lot of years. Seemed that like it would never end, but I'm really glad it did, and I made a lot of friends and a lot of mentors like along the way, and that really helped me through the transition of time. But that was more of the large plan. So, what is your small plan or your large plan going to look like, and how much of this are you going to have built? So, if something else ends up happening, at least you do know, to have something in place just in case that fallout, happens to come. So you might want to consider and end up having some considerations, about projecting your future out. All right. So feeling good about your plan. So let's say you got your plan worked up, you got all the rest of your notes, you wrote it down. You end up having some other considerations, for yourself about leaving military service, end up having, something structured out for yourself to look at. Okay, if something else happens, cool, then you end up having something in place. But unless you end up having something else there, you don't know how to adjust and plan for something else, right? you have a family or friend, to look over your plan, hey, mom or dad, girlfriend, boyfriend, somebody else there, that you trust that ends up having their life together. Hey, is this structurally sound? Does this sound feasible, to you or anybody else? Right? If it doesn't sound feasible to them, then it may or may not work out. But at least you end up having to bounce some ideas off of somebody that you trust, right? And have that person be your devil's advocate. Okay, if just so happen contingency situation, hey, maybe you don't get an enrollment. You don't get accepted to the college that you want to. What's going to be that fallback for it? Do you end up having that job solidified in stone, or it's like, oh, I can just go and get a job anywhere else? Okay, well, if you get out and you don't get that job, what are you going to do? Something else is going to be there. So when all the bugs are worked out, and then consider the right time for you to pursue your plan. So like I said, like maybe the job market isn't there, maybe you're in the middle of a school semester, maybe you're not accepted to a college, whatever the case may be, at least something else is there for you to go work off of and plan your time accordingly. And everything else that we want to end up having in our lives to set ourselves up for success. So one of the biggest decisions you'll ever make in your life is going into the military and out of the military, right? That's a big life changer, a big career move, really huge component of a lot of factors that dictate what you're doing, right? And this one decision you'll have to live with for the rest of your life. Make sure it's the right one. Plan for contingencies, as I keep mentioning. So do you know where you're going to live? Do you have enough money to survive for a little bit? What if your car breaks down? Do you have money to cover repairs, right? So some of these broad topics you have to go and put through, the works for yourself to make sure that, okay, you're going to go and smoothing out the rough edges. So the more effort you spend and time of thinking about your plan and transitioning out, the better chances you have to succeed in the long run. So if you go into this thing blind, you're probably not going to end up going and succeeding as much as you'd want to. So make sure you end up planning accordingly. Finally, I appreciate your time and attention, and let me try to help you and try to at least give you some other kind of guidance and peace of mind, just in case you end up being at that point, like I once was, that, hey, military, I want to get out of it. So I appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe and let me know what you did to help you plan for your transition. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.